They told us who we were before they knew our names. Tried to fit our stories into boxes filled with pain. But we're more than diagnoses, more than what they see. We're living proof that hope can set a spirit free. Amy found her courage, Cheyenne found her way. Genevieve kept rising through the darkest days. Gretchen and Heidi standing strong and tall. Jacob, Joe, and Lay refusing to let fear call. Every scar has a story, every tear has a voice, every chapter written was a powerful choice. Watch me, watch us, watch our light shine through. We're breaking every stigma with the truth we knew. We are more than labels, more than what they say. We're writing our own stories and we're here to stay. You are not alone. Come and walk this road. Together we are stronger than the way we once held. Watch me, watch us, see what we can do. The world is changing one story at a time because of you. Leslie, Jade, and Tanya found the strength to stand. Yvette kept believing when she barely had a plan. Nick kept moving forward through the storm and rain, showing others healing can be born from pain. Some have faced trauma, some have battled fear, anxiety and depression whispering in their ears. Some have known bipolar highs and valleys deep, but none of us surrendered, none of us accepted defeat. Every obstacle conquered, every mountain we climbed became a beacon of hope for someone else to find. Watch me, watch us, watch our light shine through. We're breaking every stigma with the truth we knew. We're more than labels, more than what they say. We're writing our own stories and we're here to stay. You are not alone.
All right, well, we're live. So we got a few comments already
It's from you.
from me.
I was trying to tag a lot of the co-authors in there, but I was running out of time.
And then,
We have a house full of kids like all day.
we got
Hi,
Ariel.
Yeah, she knows Jacob, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome to the live stream. Kaleem, welcome. Hello to everybody out in LinkedIn land and everywhere else that we're live streaming right now. If you're not watching us on LinkedIn, you can head over to our YouTube channel at Unwrap Love. That is youtube.com/@unwraplove.
You're streaming on that one?
Yes, I'm streaming on there.
Okay.
I forgot to add my Facebook and I didn't reconnect it, so
Oh, so we're not on Facebook?
not on Facebook right now.
Okay.
I wish I was. I didn't have time. I was trying to put everything together kind of on the fly, like she said. We had a house full of kids, and then we're also celebrating 1 year anniversary of us being married.
Yeah.
Today.
Today.
1 year. We got married 1 year ago today. It was such a cool day too. We were kind of talking about it, a few recollections about what it was, how the event was, how everything felt. In my own mind, it felt like a whirlwind that day, but I digress. We wanted to, oh, Jackie's here. God dog. I am Jackie, Miss Jackie Hallberg. Tag everybody you could. Yeah. I did not do a very good job promoting this event. Not one of my best for it. Hey, but I'll tell you what, last night I didn't promote. I went live on a test stream, ended up with like 143 comments. It was like 15 people that showed up. So I thought, what the hell?
Yeah.
So today we're actually talking about something kind of cool. Yes. Thank you, Jackie. And hashtag Team
Thank you,
Yvette Dan.
Jackie.
So what we're talking about here today, and my dog's over here. I might have to put him in his cage or something, man. He gets a pain in the butt. Your unboxing video was so cute today. Yeah, we recorded that. And they just hello. It did. It didn't take me very long. I knew I love the woman. What are you gonna do? Yes, thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, one date.
One date.
He said I love
I said I love her. Even before then, actually. So I don't know, head over heels, I guess I was, so to speak. But what we wanted to talk about today was something that's pretty cool. Let me make sure I get my big grubby hands all over this. Let me get this into center focus. This is my wife's now published book. She was part of this anthology here. We choose to be more than our diagnoses. That's right. Or diagnosis, excuse me. Read that wrong.
Diagnoses.
Diagnoses? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Diagnosis for one person.
Diagnoses for what? This isn't a
like accumulation.
So there are a few of the other co-authors there in the back there. You can see my wife like right there.
All the way, yeah.
Right there. Do you want to, kind of explain to everybody who the other our co-authors are? Do you?
Yeah, I know all of them.
Okay, so
Jacob is right next to me.
Yeah.
Then we have Lay, and then we have Heidi, and then go down. We have Amy, and then Genevieve.
Okay.
And then it's Gretchen. I'm pretty sure Gretchen. Yeah. And then Cheyenne. And then we got Joe. Oh. And I can't tell on that picture who that. Oh, that's Jade. Jade. And then Tanya, Leslie, and Nick. Of
course, Nicole. So yes. Yes, Dan, this isn't a dog, it's a chia pet.
Yes.
He acts like he's like a chia pet almost. So thank you, Jackie. Excited for all the co-authors to see the name pics on the book. It's such a great feeling. It is. I was telling her that was one of the coolest things about whenever I had the opportunity to do this. So getting her the chance to celebrate and put her own book out there, to be part of this book, excuse me, was pretty awesome. I told her it was an experience that she needed to do herself. Dan knows this. He published. He was part of a book recently. If you want to share that in the comments, you can, Dan. But I wanted to show you where her chapter is. See, I even know where her chapter is. Look at that in the back. Wrong way. Camera. Focus, camera. Her chapter is called The Bipolar Teacher.
Yeah. And the reason I called it that, not because like when I had this diagnosis, I know some people like distinguish between calling yourself the disorder, like I'm bipolar versus I have bipolar. So I do prefer that I have bipolar. So the whole reason I called it the bipolar teacher is more as a reference, and that's what typically what people will refer to somebody. Oh, they're bipolar, or they're this or that. So even though it has that label, I'm not defined by that label. But I put it more as like kind of like an eye catcher or like a play on words, because I feel like a lot of times people, when they hear that you're a certain thing, that's what your label becomes. You're now the bipolar teacher, instead of really getting to know who that bipolar teacher actually is. So it's more telling my story from the teacher, mostly the teacher perspective in that chapter.
Yeah. And, one of the things that I will say that was kind of cool that I know that she got to experience too, is that you get to meet a whole lot of new people, and you get the opportunity to really understand some of these individuals, like some of their stories. And it's a cool thing to feed off of. It's a really good energy to say, hey, look, there's other people out there who understand some of these struggles, some of these challenges that you might face. And it gives you just the perspective that you're not alone in any of this. And that's the cool thing about getting to do this with multiple authors, and, meeting people that you probably wouldn't have met otherwise.
Oh, absolutely. Because um, I had no idea what any of the stories were. I'm really not on social media a lot at all. I'm very busy. When I have a chance to, is usually during the summer, I have a little bit more chance to get on social media.
Oh.
But I, what was that?
That's
Oh, I miss you too, Dan.
and then Jacob's like, "Hey, friends, Jacob."
Hey, Jacob, you're here. I love you, Jacob. So I had no idea who any of these people were. Like, my husband has been amazing at meeting so many people over the years. And he's like, oh, yeah, so and so this and so that. And this person, like, he has so many names memorized, the first and last name. And he remembers, like, he has such a sharp memory. I'm like, I have no idea how you can remember all those names. And now I realize it's because he's interacted with them. Like, he's formed these actual connections and relationships, and talked to them for an hour or shared something with them. And so he made true connections, and that's how he remembers a lot of these names. And so that's how I remembered every single name on the back of the book, is because I read every chapter and I connected in some way. There was something in every single chapter that I could relate to, some words that they said, something they had gone through, something traumatic. Like, there were so many connections that I made just reading the whole book. It was incredible. And I spent a little bit of time on each one and then would process it and then try to reach out or send a message to each author personally, because oh my gosh, these stories just are so touching. I mean, there were some I cried and I laughed, and like I was blown away by all of the stories. Like, they are incredible. And if you were here at the very beginning of this live, I threw together like the knowledge I have of all the authors and what the book was about, and put it all together. And then, yes, I used AI to make the lyrics sound cool, to put into a song app called Suno, and then it put this song out, and it's, oh my gosh, it's really good. So it played at the beginning of this live, but I
We
will
can play it at
post.
the end, and then
Yeah, we'll play it at the
post
end
it.
too, and post it. But what I did is I put in every single author's name, so all of the authors' names are in the song.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
And that's, and part of this experience and part of the reason that I wanted her to go through this is kind of what she stated. You get to really know an individual. Um, you know, s- a lot of the people that show up in the chat, and the people that show up and support each other here, uh, it's really cool when you get the opportunity to take it beyond just a surface greeting and getting to know someone online. Like, I've had a conversation with Josette before, um, Jackie, Dan, of course. A lot of these people that are here and showing up have been individuals that I immersed myself in having a talk with them and getting to know them really well. Um, I mean, honestly, Dan's a really good friend of mine. Like, we started out as strangers. I mean, we didn't know nothing about each other's lives. We'd crossed paths. I've seen him. I first knew of Dan from Clubhouse, and I really never got the opportunity to take a deep dive into conversation with him. And it took years later to realize, and having him on, and then getting him to come on to my own show, having multiple conversations with him, and really getting to know him. Yeah, again, you build a relationship really in depth. So I think that's why a lot of these books are pretty important, because then you get to know your co-authors, you get to know those individuals, and there's a connection between you. It's something that's always going to kind of connect you. Um, and you'll never forget that. You'll never forget the people that you took that first um, real opportunity with, because it's important. Again, sharing each other's stories and really getting knowledge, firsthand knowledge of someone else's challenges in their life. So that's pretty important. And I think that's what's pretty incredible. Oh, okay. So Ariel's Jacob's mom.
Oh, that's a connection. Awesome. I know she's like a huge supporter. Like, she'll come in the room and she like talks with us about Jacob and stuff. I just thought you were just like a really good friend or one of his teachers. Like, That's awesome. So you're his mom. I love it.
Yes. So that's the cool part about being able to, share something like this and
Yeah.
and getting people to understand when they have the opportunity to do this for themselves. Like there's something very rich and empowering um, when you get the opportunity to write and get it published and put it out into the world. Um, because now this thing is housed on Amazon. It lives,
Here's you
and he's.
attacking me because he wants me to pick him up
I,
again.
I do this all the time with the live
Trying
streams, all the time. That's why I got to like.
I'm trying to send it to my dad so he knows I'm online because we didn't connect it to Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't put it on Facebook. Shame on you, Gabe.
So my dad is a huge supporter of me, like just like you, Ariel. Like my dad is on almost every single live stream. Every time we go live, he's on there.
So I want to read the first line because I think it kind of is empowering for the rest of the story. So the first line was, there is a difference between knowing about something versus living with it. Right? This is what I'm explaining when I talk about being an author, being in a book.
And part of the reason for that first line is because I have a friend who used to teach and taught psychology, right? Also, they were married to somebody that had bipolar, and they were very fluent in the knowledge of bipolar and depression, and just knew so much. And so I leaned on them a lot during when I was diagnosed, and they were there for me like every step of the way. But then when I went into my first depression, they kept trying to help me and help me and help me. And then and there's a part in the book where I talk about giving away my dogs. And when that happened, this person told me, like, well, they're your pets. Like, everybody I know and everything I've read about depression, animals are supposed to help you. Like, animals are there to like be there for you. And this person could not understand why I was giving away my animals. They could not understand because the textbook says that people with depression should have a support animal. Like that's one way to help you through depression. And then she told me like walk in the sunlight. They told me to do X, Y, and Z, and I did everything. And I told them I was like, none of this is helping. Not one single thing is helping. I don't know. I'm trying like, and I kept feeling like I was failing my friend. And they finally said, maybe this relationship is just not working right now. And I'll let you, take some time. And when you want to reach back out to me, you can reach back out to me. And so the relationship ended. And I've tried like since I've gotten better and stable, I've tried to reach back out to them and it's not the same. Like there's no connection there anymore. And I think that they thought the textbook that they were trained in that told them this is how you help somebody with depression was supposed to work. And they were baffled. And so that's the thing. Like the textbook is never the same as the experience
Itself, right?
It's not. And that's why I chose that first line of the book.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. So since we got Jacob and his mom here, we'll read a little bit of his chapter. I'll leave just the first little pages here.
Yeah, just the first page that's already out there.
That's already out there. Okay. So this is chapter 6, titled "Step Towards My Voice and Unlocking My Superpower" by Jacob Farkash. I think I'm saying that right. Please excuse me if I said that wrong. Squeak! I pulled open a door to a doctor's office that was located in a new state after we'd just moved. Inside the office were people walking around wearing white lab coats and someone sitting behind a desk, waiting for my name and information to be checked in. This would be the office that I would get my updated diagnosis from. So I won't go any further because I just want to give little tidbits of some of the people who have written in the book.
Jacob's incredible. He's still in high school.
He's still in high school.
He's the youngest writer in the book. Oh my gosh, I am so impressed by Jacob. Like everything that he does, and he's so inspiring and so kind and a true like a reflection of how he was raised because this child is incredible. He is
Yeah.
incredible what he does. I found his TikTok and I was watching some of his TikToks early. I was playing them in the car. Me and my husband were listening to them and just every little message is so cute. And then he's like he wants to get that balloon in the sky during the Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade. It's like he has his intro and his closing is just so sharp on every video, and I just loved watching them. I watched several of them, so it was great. Like if you haven't checked out Jacob's channel or his message, like it is incredible. And oh my gosh, his chapter it made me cry. It was one of them. Because I'm a teacher myself, and um, I teach on level, which means I'm not teaching the classes where nobody has issues, and even in those classes, kids are still going to have issues. But I don't have a huge amount of kids that need any special attention in those classes, but in my classes they do. Like on level, you can get everything, and the classes are so diverse, and I love it because I have everything in my room. And, I've had autistic kids in my room before. I had one that had autism and was listed as gifted. And this kid was, oh my gosh, he was so fun to have in the class because he would spark, like he was one of the kids that he would hang on to every word I said, and he would pay attention and he would add to the conversation, and he'd say like, well, do you know about this research or that research, or I've looked at this, or can I look into this further? And he was just so into it and love every single time we had a stand up. I call them philosophical stands, where we divide the room and you agree or disagree, and you have something to say, and you support it with something that you've read or something that he oh my gosh, he ate up those so much. He loved them. But unfortunately not everybody loves everybody, and not
No.
everybody's supposed to be um I don't think it's their calling to be teachers. And so I ran across one that hurt my feelings because of how they talked about this student. And I was in shock. I was like, don't you realize like they're on the spectrum? Like, why would you say that? And they're like, they're faking it. They're faking it. And I couldn't believe that people like that are out there that just don't understand a diagnosis and don't understand how to just love on people just because they're people. Like we all go through things, and when people
Right.
talk negative or down about especially a child, it breaks my heart. I don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
I can't.
There
I can't. So
it is hard.
most of the people I talk to in my school are the loving teachers that I'm really good friends with, and the students. Like
Yeah.
I love being around them.
All right, so we got another excerpt from X. Let me speak right. Spoke right. Okay, this is chapter 2. This is Seeing to Hear from Cheyenne Severson. I'm just going to read the first couple of sentences because I want you to go buy the book. I want you to be interested.
Yes. We're trying to hook anyone
who want to be interested
reading
who hasn't bought it or is not a co-author. Even if you're a co-author, go ahead and buy it again. Slippery tubs, slippery floor. To the ER I go. A split chin and stitches yet again. Did you hear what I just said? Speak up. Quiet down. Quit mumbling. Speak clearly. I seldom could get my tone and pronunciation just right. What are you hiding behind your smile? I learned at a young age, many people hide a lot behind a smile and a nervous laugh. From learning differences, insecurities to tragedy, sadness, frustration, depression, and so much more just running around in their mind, keeping them from living in their greatness. There you go. That's another excerpt from the book.
Yeah, you got to keep going. You got to read the whole.
You got to read the whole.
Each one.
Each one of them has
There's some kind of lesson in every single chapter, and I think it was Jackie that said it in the review or somewhere that I saw. Like the book just moves very smoothly. Like it's just Nick putting it together was incredible. Just how she put all the chapters together. It really did
Good job,
flow.
Nicole. Let me see if I can get her
Excited.
in frame.
Yeah, she's visiting with her sister this weekend, so she's
Fine.
popping in and on. Even though I was like, you need to just stay off, and like she's like, no, I'm gonna come on here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I have one, Dan.
She's got an author page now, Dan.
Mhm.
She is legit.
I have an author page.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, one of the cool things of, again, getting the ability to put out your story like this is that, just like the same reason that I created live streams and these interviews, it's that it's a message that can carry on beyond my age, beyond my time, beyond all these other things. It can steadily make impact somewhere else down the road. You don't know who's going to pick up this book. You don't know how it's going to impact someone's life. You don't know if your story is the one that just actually seeps through and resonates deep down. So having a myriad of voices sharing their stories and experiences is pretty powerful. So putting these things together is pretty awesome. I love the fact that this is like Nicole's calling. She even quit her job to go do this. So that's kind of amazing, and it hats off.
Yeah, and this is volume 2. I had not even heard of the book until Gabe told me about it, and so I bought volume 1 recently. So I wanted to read this one first because it came in, and but now I'm going to read volume 1 and connect with those authors as well, because these stories, I mean, if this one is as good as it was, I know the first one had to be good too. So
yeah,
I'm gonna check.
And
out
I might even
volume 1.
I might even do the whole reading for the book. You know, kind of do the what is it, the audiobook for my wife's version, at least. I might stumble on a few words. I'm getting better. Look,
you can do the guys.
I can do the guy's voice.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm getting better at actually reading structurally and then putting it out as I read, because I've been doing a lot of podcasting, and I know it's a sidebar, but I've been doing a lot of podcasting where I'm reading a lot of structured information. So as I'm looking onto it, I'm learning a little bit better about reading it and going along, and it's kind of not choking on my own words, so to speak. So that's been a lot of good practice for me, being able to do that. But part of the reason that we wanted to have this conversation and do this live stream in the first place is because we want other people to know about, not only that my wife's an author. I'm proud of that, you know, that she's an author now, that we are both authors in this house. I mean, I'm trying to get her 8-year-old daughter to become an author, like right now.
Yeah, she's gonna read what's his name? She's gonna read a book for somebody that Nick recommended.
But
she's really picking up on reading really well.
Well, but I will say this, guys. If you're into reading, that's it. That's the thing. Pizza Hut has actually launched their program again about completing summer reading programs. So if you sign up your kid for the Pizza Hut reading program, you can go get a certificate for a small free pan pizza. That was like a cool thing growing up. If you read a book and you finished that little certificate on there and saying, I read this book, you got a little coupon that they gave you. They probably do it digitally now that you can use to get you a little small free pan pizza. They ought to do that for adult books too. Like, hey, look, check it out. You can read this book here, get a free large or medium pizza of your choosing. Like, it might inspire people to read.
It was Jerry Ryan is the kids author that Naomi's gonna read for.
Yeah. But yeah, but there's a power again in being able to release your story to other people to read, because you're really releasing a lot of vulnerability out into the world. But there's something about being able to do it, and once it's there, it feels so much different. I was a writer for a very long time. Yes, I was a writer. I wrote a lot of things. I wrote in journals. I wrote blogs. I wrote a lot of stuff, but I never had a book published, and that was something I always wanted to accomplish. So last year, I had the opportunity to do 3 in 1 year. I had never even thought I would find the opportunity, and it was at a point where I was taking a big break from social media, from doing anything. So that was pretty awesome to get the opportunity to do that. And now, once I had that experience, I wanted my wife to have that experience because she talked about, I would always wanted to be a writer. And I was like, great. I have plenty of connections. I can get this going for you. And when the opportunity presented itself and Nick reached out and asked if my wife would be interested, I was like, hell yes, she will. I gave her a yes without even asking her. Okay. So,
Um, yes, and I wanted to say something else, but I wanted to address Ariel's comment. So,
yeah. Pay
she
attention.
said that Jacob has some children's books that he wrote and illustrated. So that is awesome. I mean, this young man has already accomplished so much, and yes, my daughter would be interested. So, I will look those up and see if we can get copies of those for her to read as well. But yeah, I was gonna say when it came to writing, I've always loved writing ever since I was little. I mentioned it on Nick's live. My dad had he used to work at a newspaper company.
Mhm.
And so he brought these really large journals. I don't know what they were used for at his company, but I don't know if they were throwing them out or how he got his hands on them. But they were these like hardback, like they'd probably be pretty expensive today, but like they were really bit large. They were larger than 8 by 10. They were long and a little bit wide, but mostly like narrow. But I just remember the that they had like space inside, like lines where you could write things down. And so I would write stories and I would draw my little pictures. And I remember like trying to come up with stories. And I liked to write fiction things and write things down or write what was going on. And I just loved writing as I was a kid. And a couple of like passions were things that my dad instilled on me, not just the writing, but also photography. He bought me my first camera when I was 10. So some of my passions come from my dad, just like showing me something or giving me something or encouraging me. Like he's been a really good father, and Father's Day is coming up. Um, and so that's gonna be awesome. But we'll actually be in Mexico when that happens.
Oh yeah, we will.
But
Sorry.
anyway, so I was writing like through my life, like different things. I had journals, but every now and then something would happen where I would stop writing. So like one of the times, someone in my family saw it and read it and embarrassed me. And I was embarrassed by things I had written. And so I shut down and I was like, I can't keep a journal in the house because it's going to get read. And so I stopped writing. And then when I moved out, I had a journal and I wrote in that. And it had a lot of like very personal things in there. And at the time, I was dating someone who was not good for me. He was abusive. And one day he got a hold of my journal and started reading it and got into my head. And I didn't want people in my head. Like those were my private thoughts. I didn't want to share them with anyone. And so that devastated me. So I had to either hide it or not have a journal at home. And then when I got older, I started to write, but then it just life got in the way and I didn't, and I always wanted to start a book. So I would start and just not finish. And then here comes COVID.
Yeah.
And that's when I really started writing a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna write and write and write and write. And I was typing. I didn't realize I had sent 700 tweets in 1 week. 700. I was on social media, I was making videos, I was writing, I was doing all of these things, and I didn't realize it was part of the episode. So I wrote so much, and some of the feedback I got was like, "Oh, this just sounds like a train of thought." And I was like, "No, it's really good. I know it's good." And eventually when I realized that I did have a diagnosis of bipolar, I was ashamed. And I turned off my social media for a year, I think it was, or more. I wasn't even online. Like I completely got off. I did that thing on Facebook where you can mute it or something. And so it's like disappears. So I did that for over a year. I didn't write anything online. Didn't write anything at home. I was very ashamed of who I was for a while and very scared too. Like I had that fear that if I started writing again, then maybe that would perpetuate me into another um episode, and I did not want that to happen. So I started to um, just cut off my writing. I only wrote if I needed to. I would write a little journal entry about how I was feeling that day because I wanted to track my moods. Um, but I didn't write posts anymore. I didn't write big long journal entries. I didn't write anything that could lead to a book because I was ashamed. And then when I met Gabe, like we started talking and I shared a little bit about, you know, the whole writing thing. And he was like, I don't remember his exact words, but the way that he made me feel was support. He made me feel like it was okay to write again. And that was when I made my first comeback with a post and went to Facebook. I had started it up again and I wrote a post about things that had been going on. And then slowly but surely, I started writing more and not feeling the shame that I did or the fear that I did. And so a lot of coming to this point and writing this chapter had to do with this guy right here.
Me?
Yes.
That's right.
Making me feel seen, heard, comfortable, like just being myself, whether it's in a high or a low or in between or, you know, random thoughts I get, like I don't feel like I have to hide anymore. And I can just be me about everything. And it's the most freeing. Like I'm no longer a prisoner of my mind. Like it's so freeing just to be with Gabe and to be able to write and to be able to do my passions and to be expressive and, you know, not feel like I have to be two different people. And that's how I used to feel. But like one of my best friends that I hadn't seen in
forever.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came over here today and she knows me better than anybody. Like I was myself around her. But not a lot of times, you know, with guys I was dating or whoever I was with. And so she knows that. Like I would turn to her all the time, like, what should I say? What should I do? Like she even bought me the book, what's it called? Like
He's not that.
He's just not that into you. Like she bought that book. We went to the comedy show. We saw the author live. Like eh, that was incredible. And you know, really, the book did help me, but there was still more I needed. Like I didn't really get who I was yet. I hadn't really, you know, I had lost weight and I had knew who I was, but at the same time, like I didn't know what I really wanted or wanted to accept in a relationship. And I still wasn't completely 100% myself. So it took a really long time for that to shine, for that to come out. And he's supported who I was from the beginning. And I was open and honest with my diagnosis the first week. And, you know, I just feel like he's been that one for me. We've been together 3 years and it's good every day.
It
Like,
is. It's
yeah,
cool. I love it.
it's good every
Well,
day.
it's because part of it is just my philosophy is about anybody. Anybody. Sometimes we just want to be seen and we want to be heard. That's it. And sometimes our responsibility as people is to just shut up and listen. Let those people be seen. Let them be heard. Whether you agree or disagree with what they're saying or their messages, you know, that's just part of our human nature. Where I don't choose to try to live on a line anymore where I'm right and they're wrong. I just think we have differing opinions and views of life.
There's actually a chapter that talks about that.
Oh, well, see, there you go. I predicted it without even reading it. So bad of me for not reading it. Good of me for predicting it. I'm just kidding. But no, that's been my philosophy, and it's kind of what got me into doing interviews in the first place. Was that I just wanted the opportunity. Hey, Lay, welcome. So I'm just somebody who has set in a position to have these conversations with all these amazing human beings and sit here and not to pass judgment on them, give them the space and the latitude to express their stories and share who they are. It's amazing what you'll find out about people, how incredible a human being is.
Yeah,
If you
like
just
Lay just popped up and has a message about her psychiatric service dog. So I have had the pleasure of having like one-on-one conversations with Lay, and she is a beautiful human being. Just we've gone back and forth and talked about things and got a lot closer just through one-on-one chat. And she's an incredible person, has a really good chapter, has a lot to say, and does a really cool like something. Read the book, you'll see what like this really cool thing is that she does. Like it's really awesome. So you got to read her chapter to find out what it is.
That's right. That's the teaser. You got to go check it out. So man, you know what? Here's what's not good of me. I didn't have the link to go buy the book. I should have had that ready
To put that on
and
here.
to put that on here.
You
But
can put it in the comments.
yeah, if you want to talk a
I'll
little
put
bit,
it in the
put it in the
comments.
comments there. That way people, if they're interested in wanting to go check it out, you can go buy the book online. You can head over to Amazon.com. I believe there's a link there. We will be offering autographed copies for you guys here pretty soon. So if anybody's a fan of Yvette, or for example, you're a fan of me by proxy through her, you can get my signature too. I would gladly pass that along to you.
In my book or
Yeah,
in your
in your book as an added bonus. Like, sometimes when how they used to do, you get 10 CDs for 99 cents and the added value of 3 extra CDs for this additional charge. That could be like the sales point. So I could push people. It's like, if you buy the book and you get it autographed by Yvette, you get the additional Gabe Leal signature absolutely free. Like, that's a bargain. That is a bargain, man. Do you know, I I am a writer, author, podcaster, producer. Man, I've done so many things. I'm such an extraordinaire. I never mind. I can't even hype myself up. Point.
and he's super handsome.
And super handsome. Yeah, and you can have that in your book for absolutely free. So there you go. Lay is saying, "Oh, thank you, Yvette. You're an amazing woman." She is. If you'd like to go, she put the comment in there as well. If you'd like to grab a copy, here's the copy. Here's the link from Amazon. It is
posting it now.
Yeah, so we'll have multiple links. It is live in the comments. If you want to click on it, you can head over. You can buy the digital ebook.
Oh, it's up there already. I was like still trying to add it. Thank you, Lay.
Yeah. I see
it on there too.
Okay, so it might populate. Who knows? It's LinkedIn. It's always a 50-50 proposition. Yeah, but we want to have the opportunity. We've been brainstorming like different ideas ourselves, but what I wanted to present to some of the authors here, if you're here and you're willing, is to maybe send a couple copies to each other, sign them, and then send them off to the next
I told him that we should do that earlier.
Yeah.
Because like if we take one and we send it to like one person and then they sign it and then send it off to the next person, like we could start with Amy, or I mean anybody really, but send it like maybe in order, and we can talk about that in our side chat. But like what I want to do is like send it to each other and then just keep sending a book around in a circle so that we can all personally, I think it would be cool for us to personally have a book that has everybody's signature in it, and that would be like our copy. And then who knows, maybe we can meet up sometime. I know we're probably like all scattered, I think, across the US, but maybe there might be a meeting point at some point
down the road. Yeah. And do a live signature. We can hold our own now. I can buy copies of my books that I've been authored in, and now yours.
Yeah.
We still have a few that we need to publish on our own. Eventually we'll get to that point as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Nick.
But we wanted to at least get this first one under the belt for her. So super proud of her again. And it's been a pretty awesome couple of weeks for my wifey here. She had her birthday, and her anniversary. She got to, publish her book, and then she's going to Mexico next week. So
Yeah, we're going to Mexico, and then when we come back for 2 days, then we're going to
Florida.
Florida.
So we're going to be pretty busy.
And then, like, what?
Oh yeah,
2
weeks later, you got to
1 week later, I got to take my students on a trip. So I feel like my whole summer, besides the first part of June, is like
already
back to back to back.
Yeah, you're not going to have time for nothing else. You're literally going to be like, okay.
That's why I have to, like, with my diagnosis, I have to go to sleep every single night and get an adequate amount of sleep. Like, that's the only way I can accomplish anything. Is I have to have sleep. Like, that's the biggest thing when it comes to having a mood disorder is getting the sleep, because if I start to get a little escalated, then I know. So I've caught myself in kind of escalating before and was able to diffuse it and come back down. So I know it's possible. It's just you have to, like, acknowledge it early on. Because if you don't acknowledge an episode, once you move in to it too far, then you don't even know that you're in it. Okay, so Florida,
Indian Rocks.
Indian Rocks Beach.
Yes.
But we'll travel through, like, we're driving by car, so we're gonna be passing through a lot of places.
So we're
Yeah,
coming through
we'll
the
go
Panhandle. We'll be on the west side of Florida.
Yes.
While we're there, we'll be there for a whole week. So
Yeah.
if anybody's in Florida,
Well, it'll take us 2 days to get there.
Oh yeah.
And then 2 days to come home. So we'll be there for 3 days.
3 days. 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Duh. I can't add. So Lay is asking, where are you going in Mexico?
Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas. That's right. We are going to go actually celebrate our honeymoon.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. It's going to be us.
It's where we were supposed to go for our first honeymoon, but they couldn't get the dates right for when our wedding, after our wedding.
Yeah.
So we postponed it and then had to postpone it again. But we still took, like, our first honeymoon, mini honeymoon, to Seattle.
Seattle last year.
Yeah, Seattle is incredible. I love Seattle.
So.
And then this will be our second honeymoon, and so it's right at our 1 year anniversary.
That's right. And next year, who knows where we're going for our anniversary. We'll go somewhere. I don't know.
Just housework.
That's why
we didn't go on vacation last year, because we had so much we had to work on, between pipes, water pipes, underground pipes,
roofs and
foundation,
bathroom remodels,
everything.
And now that things are starting to kind of find a nice little groove, little pattern in there, we'll just see where it goes from here. But
I want to read one of these, the beginning of the chapter. It hooked me. I was like, what's going on? So it was, like, right in the beginning. Hold on, let me see which story that was. Page. Okay. All right.
I might have to hold up my support dog so he'll leave me alone.
Well, don't really know on the first page, but I don't want to go past that.
I just read that first little, like, snippet.
Yeah. It says, I was getting ready to eat my meal, having put on my closed sign and waiting for the other teller to open her window. Other customers and tellers were going about their business, the familiar sounds of the grocery store. Beep, 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 as groceries were scanned, carts crashing loudly against one another, and the din of hundreds of voices filled the air, like the soundtrack to my normalcy.
Name the author.
Genevieve. So this is Genevieve Miller, which I haven't seen her in our other chat. I'm not sure if she has a LinkedIn account or not. But I was like, that one, I didn't reveal anything in our chat group, because I was like, y'all need to just read her chapter, see what's going on, because that one was really good too. Like, all of them were great, but that one was, like, very suspenseful. Like, I really enjoyed her style of writing.
So if you what is let me pull up Lay's comment here. Had a vacation in years because Papa was sick. This year we're going to Oh,
New
New Mexico for an.
Wow,
Mm.
nice. How beautiful. New Mexico is really nice.
It is.
I've driven through, like, my dad. Oh my gosh, my dad is incredible. But he took us on a road trip. He took each of his children on a week-long road trip and just dedicated all his time to just us. So, like, my brother went 1 year, my sister went 1 year, and then I went 1 year. And he drove us through New Mexico, into Arizona, and we got to see the Grand Canyon. He took us on a train ride, that takes you into the Grand Canyon. That was incredible. And the Grand Canyon, oh, was so beautiful. And then we went into Tombstone, Arizona, which was really iconic and awesome, and just looked like you were walking into the 1800s. That was really cool. And just the shows that we saw, and going through New Mexico also was beautiful. And then going to, I don't know how close Taos is to Roswell, but we went to Roswell. Oh my gosh, that is, if you have time to go to Roswell, go to Roswell, because that is a really cool place, especially if you might believe in aliens, or you just like to take a look at some alien stuff that might be factual. The whole town is based on aliens, and so it's really cool to tour through there. And they have a museum that you can go in and see all kinds of alien stuff and alien artifacts and stories and pictures, and it was really cool. I enjoyed going through there as well.
Mm.
But I love traveling.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's been a while since I have, though, because before that, like,
Well, maybe not. It's like 4 hours. It's 4.5 hours
well,
from
you're gonna be
Roswell.
there for a month.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe she could take a
A
day, or
detour
like,
trip,
yeah,
day
go
day
there,
trip,
maybe
day
spend the night and then come back.
day trip, and come back through.
Because that's what we did. Like, we drove all, like, didn't we leave like super early in the morning? I think, like, really early. I want to say 4 or 5 in the morning. I mean, and then, or did we leave at night? Maybe we left at night.
Y'all left at night.
No, we left at night. That's right. So we drove all night. My dad drove all night, and we got there in the morning. And we stayed there all day in the morning. And then we drove a little bit and then found a place to sleep. But yeah, we drove because my dad likes driving. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Going
nice.
to Roswell.
So,
It has a lot more than 4 hours to get there from
so
here.
before we start closing everything out, what was your overall experience going through this from the beginning process of sitting down and having a Zoom meeting with all the authors or with Nick, and then going in and creating your first draft, and then going through and listening to everybody else's stories, and then final draft before it went published? So what would you say your overall experience, and what would you say to anybody who's thinking about writing or joining one of these books?
To me, it was like, I like to use the word surreal, because it was a dream, and it felt almost dreamlike going through it. Like, is this really real? And maybe it is, and yes it is. And then just the excitement, and feeling like, oh my gosh, I get to be involved with other, like, even accomplished writers like Leslie. Like, she's
Yeah.
already has, I think this is her 13th book, and I'm like, I get to be in a book with other, like, well-known authors. And I was so excited about it. And I have already been writing a memoir. So I have several chapters, like, that I've worked on and edited and looked over and re-edited. And I still got to go back and read through them, and make sure I have everything put together. So I had already been creating that when Gabe told me about this. And so I think one of the challenges was trying to condense it into one chapter. So I tried to look for, like, a theme or just one main point that I want to get across. And mine is hope. So how could I explain hope to somebody based on me not having it initially, and then ending my story with hope? And so that's my key, like, message and theme. And then I based, I had to condense it down into one chapter, which is just about teaching. Whereas the memoir that I was writing is my life story. So that starts from childhood, and it goes all the way through. And there's more to the story. There's more things that have happened since writing that chapter. So I didn't include some more things that happened in my life that will be in the memoir. So the memoir is going to go past, past the marriage and past what we've done, and what I've had to go through.
Oh,
This is a 14th for Leslie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Racking them up, man.
That's incredible.
You do you, girl.
Yes.
All that. So, all right. I just want to thank everybody who took the time out to listen to my rambling and my wife's really great thoughts about her book.
He says rambling, and I just remember the first video podcast he ever sent me. He was trying to like catch me, right, and get me like interested in him. So he sends me this podcast, and I was like, great, like, and he's like, oh, I interviewed this guy, and I was like, okay. So I look at it, and he is rambling and rambling. And I'm like, dude, you're talking too much. Like, I want to hear who you're interviewing. And like, I want to hear their voice. And I was like, come on. And then eventually, like, he comes on there, and then, that blew me away though. The interaction that Gabe had with, his name was James. And it just, that podcast like really touched me. And then I forgot all about the rambling. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
See, that's the magic. That's how that's the hook. You guys you're tuning in every time that I do this. That's the hook. You're like, okay, he's rambling, but what is he talking about? I can't turn my eyes away from this. So that's just kind of like how it works for me. But one last thing, my story is like one chapter of my life. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Lay. It's like, it's hard to condense everything, so you just got to find like one point. But yeah, then you have a lot more to say. Like we've talked, like you do have a lot more to say. And I think you should write your memoir too. Like it would really help people, some of the other things that you've had to go through.
Yeah, that would be really cool to see that happen and come to fruition. So, all right, thanks again. I will attempt to do some more live streams. Hopefully I can get my wifey to tag along.
We need to get more in practice so that we're not like, okay, we need to add this and this all last minute.
At last minute. That's the story of my life as a live streamer. It's always been last minute.
Children.
Yeah. So thank you, Kaleem. Thank you, Lay. Thank you, Jacob. Where's his mother's name? Ariel, of course. At Trauma Recovery Specialist. I may have overlooked that one. I am so sorry if I have, over on YouTube. Jackie, of course. Josette. Dan Roth, of course. Gabe. Thank you, Gabe, for being here. You're awesome. And I think that's, of course, and a big round of applause to my special lady of the evening, my wife.
Thank you, honey.
Yvette, proud of you. And I think that's it for now. You got anything else to say, my love?
I love you.
I love you. So if you don't know how we do this, this is the end of the show. Sorry. So turn away if this is going to be blinding to you. All right. Until then, we will catch you on the other side. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening and have a blessed rest of your week. Until then, we'll see you soon.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.